Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Brilliant Businesses podcast. My name is Nick Bryant, and this afternoon I'm pleased to be with Simon Luck from CyberGuards. Good afternoon, Simon.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well.
Good to see you. So, CyberGuards are unified? Yes. Yeah, a unified cybersecurity platform that offers cybersecurity solutions for businesses in any sector.
Yep.
Now, there's lots of cybersecurity products in the marketplace, I believe. Let's hear a bit about what makes CyberGuards different.
So straight off, it's designed for other MSPs, so managed service providers, other IT companies, to provide a platform or support platform to their end clients.
Okay.
So rather than having lots of dispersed products, so things like email security or cloud protection or whatever it might be, different products from different vendors, and having to manage all those vendors, it's got all of the products in one place for them to manage.
Right, okay. And you've showed me the system. It's got a snazzy dashboard, which has got lots of lights going up and down, whether you're in the red or the white, where there's a problem or there isn't, isn't it?
Yeah. So first of all, what it does is it will benchmark a business. So it will look at the external domain and the web footprint. So we're looking at things like the DNS, without getting into too much techie bits. But it'll look at the domain name, find out all the details behind it, and any history on it. It will look at website protection, and it will look at what's in the dark web, what's available on the dark web.
Yeah.
It will then benchmark that domain and business against its industry and size. So you could be an insurance company with 20 employees, and it will come back with the average score of what an insurance company with 20 employees should be,
right.
And what that company is. So it could be that you've got 62 out of 100 and the average is 81. What do you need to do to get up to that 81 or above, and the remediations that are needed from an external point of view without even looking internally at any of the other systems.
It's preventative, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's constantly monitoring. So any things that come about, such as recently Google said that unless you've got a DKIM or a DMARC part in your DNS, unless you've got these records attached to your DNS, then they're going to reject your email. So that's a new alert. It's quite new and quite high up in the news, but there might be other bits and pieces that you've forgotten about or that come about, and this will constantly monitor and put an alert into the system so the engineers can rectify.
Rectify before it happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, really good. So we were talking earlier about most of the errors or cybersecurity problems that occur are usually human errors. Things not being updated, passwords getting wrong. So this helps with that as well.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it'll look at the dark web and monitor what's been leaked into the dark web, what's been compromised. So have you had a password that you've been using for lots of years, using the same password? It will flag these up and prompt you to change these passwords.
Right.
So if there's another system that has been compromised and leaked details on there, it will flag up another instance saying, these guys have been compromised, your details were here, you need to do something about that. But as IT companies sometimes make mistakes as well, or an employee might leave a business, and for whatever reason that company may not tell their IT company that they've left, and all of a sudden they could be a rogue employee. You'd hope to think that people leave on good terms, but it's not always the case. They could go a bit rogue, the password hasn't been changed, and all of a sudden they've still got access to their systems. What damage could they cause? If the system, has that data been leaked on the dark web, can they, there's lots of different scenarios where data should be secured and permissions should be secured, but it's generally down to human error where we've forgotten to tick a box or we haven't changed the password or we haven't closed that door, essentially.
Yeah. So would it monitor that for social media as well?
So it looks at different cloud solutions.
Right. So if it's stored in a cloud solution, the password, then they can manage that. But if it's just on Facebook or whatever, they can't. That's not part of it.
If Facebook was compromised and they lost details and those details were found to be on the dark web, then it would flag it up.
Right, okay.
It's any company that's had, or any information that's found on the dark web, because you can't, once it's there, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
It's there, it's available.
There for the taking.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that your main aim for this is to deliver it to other IT companies so they can use it and their customers can benefit from it and them help their customers. Can they have up to a certain amount of users on there or a certain amount of businesses on there?
No, it's unlimited.
It's unlimited,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. So it looks at the amount of seats per client.
Right.
So, excuse me. You could have 20 employees or 30 email accounts. You can be granular and pick which ones you want to protect. Again, it's good housekeeping that it will actually throw up any accounts that are there that maybe need to be deleted.
Yeah.
Or at least suspended. Again, it helps provide that sort of process.
Yeah.
But it looks at building a roadmap, over 12 months as to how to get from that score of 50, 60, whatever it is, to wherever you want it to be to lower. Yeah. Essentially, you can lower insurance premiums.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it must help with your insurance premiums because if you're really low at risk, then hopefully your premiums are going to come down.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good piece of evidence to take to your insurance provider and say, look, this is what we've done with our cybersecurity. This is all the bits and pieces we put in place. It answers a lot of questions. A lot of IT companies or a lot of companies are saying, I've received this from my insurance company. Can you fill this out? These are forms that need to be completed so as we can reduce our insurance premium.
Yeah.
Much like how many years no claims bonus have you got?
Yeah.
This information you can provide. So we've achieved all of this. And so instead of potentially taking up lots of the supplier's time, the MSP, the IT company's time, they can provide this document, which is a report that's easily generated, and say this is where you are. This is the standard you're at.
Yeah, no, it's really good, isn't it? That's a real selling benefit, I think. So for IT companies that want to get involved with it, they can just contact you through there.
There's a website, cyberguards.co.uk.
Okay, so they can get to you through that.
Yep.
Simon's details will be on this podcast, so they can also come through that. Business. One other question I was going to ask was business sizes. It doesn't matter either.
No.
Because if you're a company that's got 500 employees, that's a lot going on there.
There is, and again, it's what are they doing from an internal process point of view? Are they looking at things like security awareness and phishing simulations? So security awareness would be promoting videos, so creating a campaign, sending that out to all their employees so as they can watch just short 2-minute videos, 3-minute videos, ask them a couple of quick questions, then send out what's called a phishing simulation, so to see whether somebody actually does click on something, and it's easy done. Absolutely. Something comes through at the right time. You're not concentrating. You click on it. What systems are in place to stop that? And that's the human error bit.
Yeah.
Plus, what have you got to bolster that to make sure that something, if you have clicked on it, doesn't happen, and if you do, and it does, how do you fix it?
Yeah, that's fine.
So a lot of it is about awareness and educating people with the new things that are happening, the new technologies that are that people are abusing to get to information.
It must be advancing all the time in a dark way. There's people coming up with different ideas of how to violate someone's cyber. So yeah.
Every time you try and close a window, they'll find another way of opening it.
Yes, it's big business, isn't it? Well, not business. It's big.
They use it as a business.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah, it's big crime. Crime. So very important that you can use something like this to overcome it. All right, Simon, thank you. Thank you for good insight into CyberGuards. It sounds really exciting. And if anyone wants any information about it, they can get in touch with you. Email address? Just
support@cyberguards.co.uk.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll do that. Thank you very much, and we'll see you for another podcast soon.
Thank you.